can stop me. It's obvious, you're too sloppy. Cheap copy, I'm Rocky. Leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I...
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. And his first look is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Browns, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively. And the Bills at 4-5, a game under 500. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Returnable for Grant. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught by Hilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. They go up the middle with Chubb. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Watson. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Chubb. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Watson now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They start the drive with Cook, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Here's Allen to throw it. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Allen now looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Chubb will try the middle here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. 3rd down here. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. Quick throw completed by Watson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Watson. Right back to Njoku. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
You know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Cook. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of a yard, and it's first down Buffalo.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Cook up the gut. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And This is caught inside the 5. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That goes for a gain of 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
First and goal at the 1. Allen taking it himself, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. On 4th down, Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. To throw is Watson. just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Browns. Richie James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jamison Crowder, 75 yards. And the Bills have moved out in front. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper from 21 yards away.
And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They'll run on first down with Singletary.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
56.
They'll try to run for this with Singletary. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
He'll give them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
They're going to look to throw.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11, 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now Chubb running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the middle. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 39, Allen completes it to Davis. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Allen's throw is complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They run again on 1st down. Cook to the 43, 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. That's complete to Davis. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Running for it, here's Cook. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
And that went to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Singletary here running out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Throwing is Allen. And the comeback may stall out. It's in. Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Wow. Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
To throw, Watson. He's got it to Hilton. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Watson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Now Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watson.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
He gets this complete to Diggs.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an